Hey y'all, today's video is going to be a little bit different. Normally I do videos where I draw and talk about movies, but I thought today I would switch it up a little bit and do a little bit of reminiscing about what I have made over the last 7 years on Facebook and YouTube. So in order to do that, I guess that we should just take it back to where it all began. Before I made videos, I really liked watching a lot of YouTubers. They were a little more niche than you would think. I watched Sketch and Bandy a lot. I really liked their real life videos. Despite them being known for their Roblox content, I just had a really deep enjoyment of the videos of them doing stuff like building desks and building chairs and hanging out with their friends and just going out to eat Subway or whatever else they were doing. And it wasn't just Sketch and Bandy, but it was primarily Sketch and Bandy. So I was like, well, I guess I could do something like this too. Flash forward a few months and I'm talking with my mom and she decides that she will let me open up a Facebook page off of her account, and I was super excited and decided to name it Aaron's World. In hindsight, I probably could have picked a different name, so I quickly decided to whip up some channel art, and I got on Microsoft Paint. I drew a little animated version of me, and that was what I ran with for the next, I don't even know how many years. But my first videos were actually speed draw videos because I discovered the time-lapse setting on my little iPod 5 and decided to get a tripod, and I drew little videos of just like me drawing superheroes and stuff. Not very different from what I do now, except I would just put music over top of it instead of voiceovering everything. I also tried to include music, and you guessed it, I included the same exact music that Sketch and Bandy would use in their videos, which is Epidemic Sound. Partially because I thought it was copyright free, but also because I just like the sound of it. The music really just makes me nostalgic. Every time I hear it, I can't help but think about my Facebook page. Also, I filmed videos with my nephews a lot, which they were little at the time, and now the oldest one is the same age that I was when I started making videos. And I even attempted making an animation with Microsoft Paint. It took me an entire day to do like a 1-minute video. I made a few Minecraft Pocket Edition videos, but for some reason those generated a ton of Filipino reactions, and they did not like my Minecraft Pocket Edition videos. And overall, my favorite videos from this era were probably an afternoon at the park, putting up our tree, the snow video, and the Overwatch speed draw video. And even though these edits were probably the choppiest and these videos probably had the lowest quality, I still have a special soft place in my heart, and I look back on them a little more fondly than I did a couple years ago.
NASCAR.
Let's go vroom vroom.
But yeah, well, we're not going to this one, but Libby, tell the audience.
I want
Flash forward a year, it is February of 2019, and I have been approved by my mother to let me start a YouTube channel. So I decided why not keep the same name, keep everything the same, so I literally made another Microsoft Paint picture and I put it as my YouTube profile picture, and I continued to make videos under the name of Aaron's World on YouTube. These were more or less the same exact types of videos. My nephews continued to appear in these videos, and my cousin Liv actually started showing up a lot more. She will be very important for future reference. And other familiar faces that you might recognize are Braden and Garrett, who both appeared in some videos. I began expanding my niche a little bit. I started making some new types of videos, like I built a fort in my bedroom. I had the Lego Adventure series, which is a stop motion series, and I made a video where I went to go watch a basketball game for my middle school, and I just put some music over it. And I also continued doing the videos that were like vlogs and speed draws, where I would just vlog my day-to-day life. Some of my favorite videos from this era are probably my fight video I made with my cousin John, the Lego Adventure series, the snow video, and the Comic-Con video, and the box. Also, the Comic-Con video would be worth mentioning. That is where this infamous clip comes from. get chills every time I see that. So we flash forward to April 2019, and I tell my cousin Liv, after she's been showing up in all of my videos for a long time since I've started YouTube, that we should start our own videos, because when we were little, we would film videos on our iPad and we'd call it The Livy and Aaron Show. So I figured I'd capitalize on these newfound editing skills I had and try to make these exact same videos with higher production quality. We were raised like brother and sister, and we lived like 5 minutes away from each other, so we would just meet up and make little spoof parodies and skits, and we wanted it to be like a television show, less of a YouTube channel. And early on, we had a little 3-video arc, which was like its own little trilogy, which was really fun to make. I had a really good time making those videos, but in hindsight, they don't hold up all that well. But afterwards, Garrett became a more frequent member of this channel, because in the video arc he was trying to take over the channel, and that was when me and him started filming together, and we just started inviting him to be in a lot of our videos. But my favorite videos from this time are probably the Paper Saga, the Hide and Seek video, the Fort video. Pretty much every video that came out this time I really liked a lot. Meanwhile, over at Aaron's World, I was trying to balance both channels, and I continued with more notable sequels to videos like The Box, and I made another fight video with my cousin John. I made more stop motions, and I even made a couple challenge videos with my, at the time, #1 fan of Aaron's World, cousin Garen. We even had hoodies, like that's how legit this was. And more vlogs continuing to use Epidemic sound music. My favorite videos from this era are probably the Hide and Seek video with Garen, my Tennessee vlogs, Mother's Day shopping was really cool, and the back to school shopping was pretty fun too. But because I was balancing between Aaron's World and the Livy and Aaron Show, I had a growing disinterest in Aaron's World, just because those videos were a lot of the times filmed by myself, and I lost some interest in that because I had a lot of fun working on Livy and Aaron Show videos. So I eventually quit Aaron's World in August of 2019 to focus entirely on the Livy and Aaron Show.
Welcome back to another video where today it is back to me and Livy are officially on full-time Livy and Aaron Show. Heyo! No longer will there be an Aaron's World.
At the end of 2019, I made 2 full videos while I was full-time Livy and Aaron Show, one of which was the Fort video, which was probably the worst night's sleep I've ever had in my life. And we eventually topped the year off with the Civil War video, where we included Braden and Ryder, who will be pretty important coming up here in about 5 minutes. And I eventually decided that it was probably the best move to not completely stop Aaron's World, but maybe rebrand a little bit. This is where we get into 2020. Alright, there's a lot to cover here, so fasten your seatbelts. In 2020, January, I rebranded the channel with newer, flashier colors, and I renamed it Level Up with Aaron. Yes, I know, I'm just great at naming things, ain't I? I'm not sure why I began a gaming channel. I think it was just because I had a newer computer that could run OBS, so I thought it would be a good idea to just give it a shot. And I initially recorded alone, but I began filming with some other people, most notably Liv and Alex and Chad. I exclusively played Minecraft and Roblox, but the quality was pretty bad just because I didn't have a computer that could handle screen recording, and I didn't have a webcam that could handle catching my face properly, and my microphone had this awful buzz that completely drowned out everything in the video.
And then all the houses are just going to be below off of the hill. I have half a heart.
I still have nightmares from editing those videos and just listening to the buzz over and over again. But eventually I started to get the hang of it, and I began using different background music to make the videos more tolerable. And I guess it's also worth noting that I got a better microphone, and I was still using Microsoft Paint to make my thumbnails for all of these videos. My favorite videos from this time are probably the Minecraft Prince Survival series, the Zombie Attack video, the Roblox Iron Man video, the Minecraft Dropper video, and the Minecraft Mob Arena video. Meanwhile, over at the Livy and Aaron Show in 2020, we decided to do a little bit of rebranding where we gave ourselves a new intro. And I eventually started using Surface's music because this was around the same time that Sunday Best was blowing up. And the voice of Forrest Frank is something that you are going to be hearing a lot more in this video. We uploaded decently, consistently, with a pretty noticeable increase in the quality of these videos. My favorite videos from 2020 in the Livy and Aaron show were probably the pool video, the dare video, the surprise office birthday party that we threw for my sister, and we uploaded the last video of 2020 in August, and it was the Batman and Robin misadventures. Meanwhile, over at the Level Up with Aaron channel, formerly Aaron's World, we hit 100 subscribers and decided to rename the channel yet again to The Impractical Gamers. And the idea was that it wouldn't just be my channel, it would be me, Liv, Chad, and Alex all recording videos together. I still think that 100 subscriber special video, it went so hard. It was so good. Just look at this.
Audio Jungle.
I get chills still to this day when I see it. The videos did increase in quality to the point where they were actually pretty fun to watch after I'd finally gotten the technical skills down a little more. But we uploaded our last video in December 2020 because that was when high school began and when the pandemic was still going strong, and making videos was probably the last thing on my mind at the time. And this kind of brings us into the sad age, because upon rewatch I could really tell that there was a 3-year period where videos just weren't really being made, because obviously when you're in high school, making YouTube videos is the last thing on your mind when you have all these other things. And I'm very thankful that I made the Livy and Aaron show, because if it weren't for that channel, there would be nothing to show for that 3 years. We made 4 videos over the course of these 3 years that you can actually still go and watch. The video editing quality, however, did step way up in these videos with a mix of some electric swing and some Surface's music. But all good things must come to an end, because in January of 2023 we uploaded the last video on the Livy and Aaron show. This is mostly because I had other circumstances in my life. I got a lot busier because it was going into senior year. I started going to the gym around like right after that video was made, which kind of constricted a lot of time from making YouTube videos.
Is this the boys' archive?
It sure is. You gotta let me know. Gotta let me know. You gotta let me know. You gotta let me know. Gotta let me know. 'Cause I don't wanna let you go.
But not long after that last Livy and Aaron show video came out, a couple friends and I, who had a bunch of classes together, thought it would be really fun to film ourselves just in class and whenever else we could, and treat it like we were just preserving memories. And we knew we wanted to call it The Boys Something, but we didn't know what to call it. I tossed and turned and I could not think of anything, and eventually Braden, he somehow come up with The Boys Archived. And it just popped in my head, I'm like, oh my god, okay, so I made some channel art with something that wasn't actually made with Microsoft Paint. Right before senior year, I had the idea it would be really cool to have like a graduation video that would look back upon all the memories of senior year, but that meant I was going to have to consistently upload videos for the first time since I was 13 years old. And there were a whole lot of new faces that popped up in these videos. Braden even edited one of the videos, his birthday video. And also, if you look close enough, you can see some people that were in the Impractical Gamers. Like Alex is right here, Chad's right here, and Liv is recording this right here.
At the bottom of the bottle.
Bottom of the barrel.
Keep on going, you're almost there.
Got drunk off of straws.
And
Hold on, there's still some.
And we did successfully document all of senior year with greatly improved editing, and the videos were getting a lot more views. And we even posted a video for our AP assignment in AP Psychology, and it was overall probably the greatest video editing period of my entire life. And I posted the graduation video link on Facebook after it was all finished, and the videos started getting a lot more attention afterwards. Some of my favorite videos from this time are the first week of seniors, homecoming, beta, Christmas, Tennessee, and the last week of high school and graduation. It was around the end of our senior year that me and Braden and a few others had decided we were going to go to Marshall University, so me and Braden got set up to live in a dorm room together, and we decided to keep the videos going despite them initially only being planned for senior year. And so we posted all of our videos on Marshall University's Snapchat story for all of our classmates to see, and the videos were blowing up. They were getting like 200 to 300 views, sometimes 350, and they were getting a lot of attention, and literally every person that had been in one of those videos got noticed except for me. Like, I was the only person who didn't get noticed out in public. Like, hey, are you that guy from the Boys Archived? But you know, it's whatever. We even got a Brad D. Smith cameo in one of our videos, which was pretty insane. It was also in this period where Elijah and Hayden became more frequently appearing, and Hayden was actually a longtime viewer of the Boys Archived while we were in high school, so it was really cool to be able to include him into the videos once we got up to Marshall. After winter break, though, Elijah had introduced me to DaVinci Resolve, and I made my first video with it in January of 2025, which was the sledding video, and I thought that it was really fun. I was really excited to get rid of the KineMaster logo. As much as I love the app, I was sick of having the watermark in the top of my screen. And after that, we decided we wanted to try to expand on the types of videos we were doing, and maybe we wanted to shoot for monetization before we realized that every single video we had copyrighted music in it. And the 5 a.m. is probably the most professional video that I've made. That's like got a solid beginning, middle, and end. And we wanted to kind of do more stuff like that. But we didn't get to make that many videos in college just because there were a lot of busy conflicting schedules. Everybody's doing their own thing kind of. And obviously it's not canceled or anything. More videos will most likely pop up there whenever we get the chance. But I'm going to use this opportunity to kind of talk about what this channel's supposed to be and what I'm wanting to use it for. To anybody who's not family that doesn't already know this, I want to eventually get into video editing as a career, so I figured that this channel would be the perfect outlet to kind of upload stuff that I make onto here and make a portfolio and just hopefully gather some kind of a social media presence. That way I fill out my resume a little bit better. And the videos I made on this channel so far have been pretty minimal editing wise, but they've been pretty good. You can still see some people pop up from that were on the Boys Archived in a few segments. But I want to do some new things outside of just, you know, drawing and reviews, like maybe do some short films. I'm talking about that with somebody right now. And, you know, just like some day in the life stuff, maybe. Just whatever can help me get some experience and get me a job somewhere at some point. And obviously I'm still going to do some drawing and movie review videos if there's something that really catches my attention. I'm somebody who's made videos for about 7 years now, coming up on 8. I'm gonna be honest with you, I feel like I should be better at it by now. I hope you've enjoyed sitting here listening to me ramble about these videos that a middle schooler made in his bedroom. This is definitely different. I'm sorry if some of the edits were a bit choppy. This is my first type of video I've done like this before. But I'd like to thank you so much for stopping by. And yeah, just stick around and see what comes up next. Bye-bye.